especially when they rapping about gully shit. I ain't gonna lie. If you well, I live in a northeast area. If you ever talk to any of these chicks that really from the hood, they all sound like niggas. That's a fact. They all sound like niggas. Like none of them sound mad, sweet, and seductive, brother. So if you want to, so if you're gonna rap, it's all about the content. She's not gonna be a I'm twerking, oh look at me, I'm so bad type of rapper. Her content is, yo, I'm a ratchet bitch from the hood who seen shit, who get in shit, and I'm with my bitches. Fuck y'all niggas. That's how it's gonna be. I'm sorry. Name me one like extra ratchet hood bitch that be sounding hella cute when she's doing that. None of them. So I respect that. I know y'all saying she sound like a nigga. I just think I think her voice sounds good for the beat. Also, let me tell you this. A lot of these women, like even Nicki Minaj has a intonation on her voice when she's trying to appeal to a lot of people that doesn't sound too like, sometimes she be like she has this little Barbie voice, like she has this Barbie voice or whatever, but when she really trying to rap and trying to get gully, she has a whole different, deeper voice. Certain artists ain't that, bro. Like, so like when you look at Glorilla is just, bro, I like her voice. Fuck that. And also, I'm gonna keep it real. Some of the beats they're rapping on, because they're using the same beats as the niggas, you gotta come hard and you can't be on some soft shit. You gotta your voice gotta be like that. Voice is one of the, I think Cardi mentioned this one time about Ruby Rose, and I agree. Voice, especially for females, is one of the biggest indicators if somebody gonna pop. I remember talking to Ruby Rose. Ruby Rose says, yo, she used to be clowned because she had a deeper voice as a woman. These days it helps in music because like she had a song that really popped off. It was called Big Mouth. Like, yo, she sat on that beat. Like, yo, you need that voice. You can't be just rapping like some girly girl shit. You feel me? So again, voice matters, and I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Glorilla's voice, and I think she could rap. I'm a Glorilla stan. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a Glorilla stan. I'm about to hit Gotti. I need Glorilla on my podcast. You know who Glorilla look like? I thought about it. And by the way, anytime when they be like, yo, act don't like women type of shit, they never point out the good things I say. And by the way, this is going to be good, I think. Glorilla, what's the name of that song? Blessed? I think it's Blessed. You know who she looked like in this video? She looked like a mixed. She looked like a mix between, right here. You know who she looked like? She looked like a mix between Rashida from Love and Hip Hop and Lil Mama. I'll Google both. Rashida, Love and Hip Hop. You probably don't even know these people. This is Rashida. This is Rashida right here. Okay? Make sure you can see. Rashida, and she looks a mix between Rashida and Lil Mama. Real talk. And it's of the utmost compliment. I'm not trying to disrespect her at all. You know what I mean? People are sensitive these days, but I think I fuck with her look too. To keep it real, and another reason why I'm liking Glorilla, I'm glad we finally got a female artist that I don't have to, like, most of these female artists are selling sex so first. If your dick don't get hard, you probably don't even listen to the rhymes. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's how they giving it up. Glorilla, the chick who I don't even give a fuck what she look like, how fat her ass is. I don't care if she cute. I don't care if you will fuck with her. I don't care if she get a BBL. I just think she fire. I'm sorry. Like, I think she don't got to get a motherfucking thing done. I don't care what niggas say about her look. If she keeps sounding like that and being gully and just keeping it ghetto and authentic, she's a dub, bro. I don't give a fuck. So I think she looks like a mix between these two women. I think she looks good, by the way. I don't think, by the way, for the record, I do not think she looks ugly or nothing. Okay, yo, real quick chat. I always tell y'all, sometimes it's yo, hold on, let me go make sure my dog is good, because he about to start to say, yo, my dog's an attention whore. When the music's playing, he not, because he's right out there, but I got him in the cage, because he's going to bite everything around me. He's teething again. How many times do dogs teeth? He used to be teething and biting everything up. You hear that, nigga? Now he's teething again, and he's buying everything again. I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if he's growing extra teeth. This is ridiculous. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. All right, bet. I don't even want to tell you what I just fed my dog, because I don't even know. This is my first dog, so I don't want y'all to say I'm a bad pet owner. I know shit like that. But my dog is his daddy's son. I'm the daddy. So the shit I be eating, that dog food shit whack. I give him dog food and shit like that. But when he start getting a little bougie, my boy trying to eat some oxtail. I ain't gonna hold you. I had to just give him some oxtails, let him cool down real quick. Everybody be like, yo, the bones are sharp. Fuck that. My nigga know how to deal with bones, bro. So my dog back there, dealing with some oxtail. Real nigga, man. Real talk. Sorry. Somebody say it's a dog, not your son. Nah, that's my son. Fuck that. If I'm eating oxtail, and I don't know if y'all know, like oxtail like $20 a pound, nigga. He eating oxtail. He love it. Anyway. Oh, this is what I was trying to say. Chat. Remember I told y'all this saying. It's better to be liked than to be right. When they like you, people give you all type of passes. You getting the benefit of the doubt. Oh, maybe he ain't mean it like that. Oh, let's look on the positive side. When they don't fuck with you, this bitch ass nigga again. Why he always talking? Why he don't shut the fuck up? Look back at my track record. I've been bringing this up. I'm going to give y'all some interesting stats. I'll Google it. I'll even Google it to make sure y'all realize I can't capping with it. 84% of music revenue came from streaming in the last year. I'm going to make sure y'all see that. Here we go. Music streaming stats. Look. Music streaming makes up 84% of U.S. music industry revenue. What does that mean? Without streaming, how much money is the music industry making? By the way, the music industry has bounced back. Piracy really took it out when the CD era was going on. Bounced all the way back. Now, music streaming makes up 84% because people realize it's just cheaper to just pay $10. Like, nobody's like really downloading CDs and putting all them shits on, or downloading albums and putting on your hard drive space. Just pay $10 or be on a family plan, pay $14, and you could play whatever music you want to play on Apple Music, Spotify, Pandora, Amazon Music, shit, and even now Facebook Music. So these days, and the last stat said music streaming makes up for 84% of music industry revenue. Now, this is good, but it's also concerning because this is what happens. What's ended up happening in the music industry is that because streaming now makes up 84% of the revenue, it's important to know, of the 84%, how do music get streamed? Because now that's how artists makes money. And the reason why, if you're wondering, like, yo, Ack, why you keep mentioning Ebro? I don't, like, me and Ebro, I don't personally think we have a personal problem, but he's a figurehead. And the only reason I mention him is because he's like me. And when he don't fuck with a nigga, he takes it out on them. I've always said I could never work for a DSP, whether it was Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or anywhere else. I couldn't work for a DSP knowing the niggas I don't like. Freddie Gibbs would never be found. Like, nigga, his album is supposedly dropping or dropped already, I don't know. Y'all would be searching that nigga's name. I would have deleted him from the algorithm. I'm hateful. I'm sorry. But Ebro is just like me. He has an ego. I got an ego. People like me and him are good for personality-based jobs. Bad for jobs that you have to be. It lacks ego and biasness. That's why I salute to my man Carl Cherry at Spotify. Despite even everybody, and I've talked to him about even everybody in the game, he doesn't have a horse in the race. He doesn't take any hard opinion that says he doesn't like someone. The job of somebody like from Ebro, and by the way, I don't want to make this just an Ebro thing. I want to show you why the conversation I'm having is important. And then I'm going to show you another reason why it's better if you're liked than to be right, because the conversation I'm having is one that's saying we have to figure out. So 84% of the revenues come from streaming. Let me give you this stat. And I don't know this to be fully true because I've heard, like, I don't even want to give my sources where I got this from. I've queried a few people within these streaming platforms, so I kind of know. Around 70% of these streams from all artists are going to come from a playlist. Okay? So think about the 84%. Now make that 100%. So just think about all streaming. If your artist gets streamed 100 times, 70 of those times are going to come from they clicking on that artist song via playlist. 30 times is going to come from either the person searching that song, searching that artist, or even listen to a user playlist. Now, what am I talking about? On streaming platforms, there's something heavily incentivized called editorial playlist. Rap Caviar is an editorial playlist. Rap Life is an editorial playlist. Amazon got their own, and Google Music has their own as well. What does that do? I know you guys, because you follow me, you know what you want to hear. The reality is the majority of people don't know what they want to hear. It's like a woman. No disrespect. You ever go to the drive-thru with a chick and you told her, we're going to Popeyes. You put it in the GPS, 15 minutes away. And when you get to the motherfucking window, you ask her, what you want? And she looks at the menu like, hold on. Indecisive, people. Indecisive, I'm sorry to say. A lot of music listeners are indecisive. So what ends up happening is that Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, Amazon Music, Pandora tells them what they most likely want to hear because they can't make up their fucking opinion. You know how they do it? They base it on they do algorithms, just like how YouTube does. Why do I pop up your algorithms all the time? They realize you watch a lot of content around these people and you like new stuff, so they throw me in your algorithm. That's how it works. So they have these algorithmic playlists and a lot of editorial playlists. Now I'm breaking this down really slowly because I don't want y'all to just think that I'm bringing this up without any merit. We're at a cusp. Radio irrelevant. Radio only comes into play when you already got a hit and you're trying to bring it to the next level. So we're not even talking about radio. So this is what I'm trying to say. Cool. The majority of music is found by playlists. And the majority of playlists that are influencing those users to go listen to music are what's called editorial. They pay people a lot of money to figure out what the majority of people within a certain demographic would like, or they make a bunch of playlists. These playlists are promoted ad nauseum to you. I shot something for Spotify that Rap Caviar funded. Rap Caviar is a huge budget. Rap Caviar is a playlist. Why am I saying this? These playlists are promoted by the streaming service. They're given budgets. They realize that these things could be brands. These playlists are brands. Rap Caviar is a brand. Now, let me also give you some other information. Apple Music doesn't have more subscribers than Spotify. Spotify beats them globally. Apple Music beats Spotify nationally. What does that mean? They beat them in the US. There's supposedly more paid Apple Music subscribers in the US than on Spotify. What does that mean? When we're thinking about sales, Apple Music actually means more if we're only thinking about Billboard, because Billboard only cares about the US. Now, overall and globally, yes, Spotify is the wave. But we're talking about what it is. Okay. Now, I'm trying to break this down really carefully to y'all. So now you realize that the majority, 70% of streams are coming from playlists. And a lot of those are editorial playlists. I'm trying to tell you that a playlist can make or break an artist, could amplify or not amplify an artist. That's just what it is. What's happened, and this is even though I'm on Spotify, my podcast there, I'll give them some blame. When Spotify tried to introduce that horrible, and when I mean horrible, very, very horrible policy. Remember when X was alive and they said anybody who's convicted or investigated or arrested for domestic violence and all these other things, they were going to remove from all playlists? They did that. By the way, also let me clear the confusion. Apple and Spotify, they're not that different when it comes to how they deal with playlist choices. It's the same reason. Let's go to Andrew Tate. As soon as Andrew Tate got banned on Instagram, who followed up? Everybody else. They're all in tandem. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So don't think that everybody's making independent decisions. They're all peeking over the aisle because nobody wants to be the person who don't cancel someone when everybody else does it. Remember, I said that to you. By the way, I talked to people at Apple Music when 6ix9ine first got blackballed, and you know what they said? We waiting on Spotify. Facts. This is not no lie, this is not no conjecture. Facts. We waiting at them. It's we both watching each other game, even though they're competitors. Cool. Now, I'm glad we've moved past the 6ix9ine situation because 6ix9ine musically and him being blackballed was a hill I was unwilling to die on. He doesn't help his case. He always does something that allows people to make it cool to ignore the fact that he's getting blackballed. But it's expanding. And now some of these other artists help my case. So that's why I'm speaking up now, if you're wondering about the timing. Now, let me give you some more information. After they took off Chris Brown's music, R. Kelly's music, and people were saying, you got to take off Michael Jackson, Tupac too, because they had some shit going on. They took off X's music. We saw Kendrick Lamar, and salute to Kendrick, and this is what I'm saying, you have to speak up. Kendrick Lamar was one of the artists that helped reverse the Spotify, problematic artist ban. Kendrick said one of my favorite albums is this new XXX album. Wow. The most beloved person in the music business is saying that the favorite thing he likes to listen to is the thing that you're currently banning. Other artists spoke out. Then the labels did something which is smart. If you don't know, the labels own stock in Spotify and all these other places and have deals in place to allow these streaming companies to stream their music, stream their catalog. Remember, Drake's music is owned by UMG, not Spotify or Apple, so they have to have an agreement to have his music up on there. They approach him and say, we're not going to stand for this. You're not going to sit here and you're not going to just blackball these artists. We're going to potentially repeal our deal. We're going to potentially blow this shit up. And that's when Spotify said, we're reversing this policy. Now let me keep explaining. The story didn't end there. What everybody in streaming realized is that they couldn't persecute a large group of people. Because even though when they were thinking about the people who they wanted to affect, X, TK, 6ix9ine, all the other people, Young Boy at the time, they weren't thinking that people were going to be like, well, you're a hypocrite. If you're saying that it's because of this, what about Pac? He had this going on. What about this guy? He had this going on. What about this guy? He had this going on. If you're going to do it to one, do it to all. These streaming companies aren't moral police. They're all about the bottom line. Okay. What they all realized later, well, fuck, we can't just get all these motherfuckers out of here. Okay, let's do it individually. 6ix9ine was the first. And here's the thing. We don't care about, I won't call it a right, because it's not a right for none of these musicians to be on these playlists. But we don't care about something being removed from someone if we don't like them. Like, for example, if Freddie Gibbs, ran to the police and, the police violated his constitutional rights. If you ask me, I'm going to be like, fuck that nigga, man. I don't care. Now, should I care? Even though I don't like Freddie Gibbs, I should. Because what could happen to Freddie could happen to you. But in music, we saw what happened to 6ix9ine. And nobody stopped to say, okay, we get it. He's a snitch. He's this, he's that. But are the streaming services gangsters? Like, why y'all care if he snitched? Why don't y'all playlist this shit? Nobody asked the question. 6ix9ine is evil. 6ix9ine is bad. Everybody hates 6ix9ine. That was actually taken and celebrated. Yes! He kept bragging about numbers. He's done now. Fuck that. His numbers can't go up no more. So 6ix9ine fizzles out and he goes away. Do you think they stop there? No. They start bringing up a lot of things that they realize the formula. You can't make an international rule. You got to pick them one by fucking one. So they still didn't forget the fact that Young Boy had a domestic violence incident way back in the day where he body slammed this girl. They ain't forget that. But they ain't get to that yet. The Tory thing happened. Oh! Shit. Well, everybody hates Tory now. Let's get him out of here too. Nobody's going to say nothing. Everybody dislikes him. Do you get the trend? When they don't like you, it's easy to blackball you. They're not going to blackball the niggas who people like. And by the way, I'm going to bring up Young Boy. Because that's why he's the most interesting person on this list. The whole thing happened with Dirk. I had conversations with Young Boys. I'm just not trying to just front the whole move. They called me asking what the fuck going on. We can't get no playlist for nobody that's on the NBA side. What we were told, people not going to appreciate if Quando's getting playlisted because there's another side who don't fuck with him right now, who's popular in the game. They're confused. They're like, are the streaming services picking sides in a beef? How does that work? Keep in mind, all the songs that are being made about the beef, they're still promoting. So are you for the beef? Are you picking sides? What is it? Okay, Young Boy gets out of jail. And if Young Boy didn't have as much fans as he did, Young Boy would be the baby. Let me say that to y'all now. if YoungBoy didn't have the most fans out of everybody in the game, YoungBoy has more fans than Lil Baby. I'm telling you that. Raw fans, organic fans, he has more fans. If he didn't have that, he'll be the Baby. Okay, that happens. They ain't really trying to give him the love, but they don't want a bunch of YoungBoy fans saying, "Yo, what's going on?" Also, YoungBoy, what is he saying on I Hate YoungBoy? Who's he calling out? Apple Music. Okay. Got you. Now, I know, and I see people gaslight now. And this is why I'm backing up from the Baby. Because you're not going to try to link my whole point to the Baby, just like y'all try to link it to 6ix9ine. I don't care about one particular artist. I care about the act. Because I know what y'all doing. Yes, the Baby isn't as popular as he used to be. Naturally. But it doesn't mean two things aren't true. He could be getting blackballed and also not be as popular. Trust me. And this is why these tweets are important. Now, because when I said this, everyone was like, yo, you getting paid from these guys. Never met the Baby. We talked one time on Instagram Live. We don't DM or nothing. Go look at the Shade Room. Remember when I said it? Act this, act that. Look who's now speaking up. Meek Mill. They blatantly blackballing the Baby. Not my business, but I'm an observer. Boosie. Ain't no way my nigga the Baby supposed to sell 16K after almost selling 150K his last first week. He one of the biggest in this shit. I don't know what's going on, but something definitely going on. I want y'all to read the comments of these two, both of these posts. Boosie saying it, Meek Mill saying it. Granted, I've been going on about this for 4 days. And read the comments. There's a post where I'm going back and forth with Ebro, who, if you don't know, and Ebro, stop acting like nobody cares about your opinion. We've never seen your radio show. You keep tweeting at me like a lame every time I go viral. So that's the only reason why you're like a groupie. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy how the tables have turned, nigga. I remember when I was trying to get an interview with you. Now you're like my biggest groupie. Any fucking time I go viral, you have mad comments about me. So rather than talk about those things, you know what I did? I flipped the convo on his head to have the better conversation. Remember I told you that most of these niggas don't want to have the conversation that we should really have? Ebro, I think you try to message me about some. No, I think you try to when you did tweet at me, I think you were trying to say some bullshit about DJing. Bro, that's not a topic. Let's talk about the real topic. You know what the real topic is? Everybody says you're one of the worst program directors to ever come in New York. You ran Hot 97 for a while. People say you ran New York sound out the building. Somehow, and by the way, I always told y'all, when I went to, like back then in 2018, when I got invited to the Illuminati party, ironically, who was there rubbing shoulders with all the executives, all the fucking big wigs out of LA, because somebody said, yo, you know that's Ebro in the court? And I'm like, what the fuck? So we know how you got your job at Apple Music, my nigga. Like, it's no surprise. But here's the thing. The reason why I have to put the spotlight on you is because niggas like you will lie to the world to say that Akademiks blog controls the music business. Fuck no. That's not true. The music industry is not controlled by blogs. It's controlled by the motherfuckers who control the streams. Controlled by the record labels who have deals with the motherfuckers who control the streams. So that's why I pointed it back at you. Because what you don't want to do, you don't want to address the fact, and this is why I said, he was like, oh, I'm confused. I'm old and irrelevant. No one listens to my shows, but why am I being brought up by people who are more powerful? Whoa. Ebro, you're the most powerful person of anybody. Well, I think Carl Cherry is more powerful than you. Nigga, I could tell you the most powerful niggas in the industry. It's just, I'm not even close to being on that list. The motherfuckers who are most powerful, they usually shut the fuck up, though. Have you heard Carl Cherry tweet nothing? Nope. No. Get out of Dodge. You're working a corporate job, my nigga. Like, you're doing great things, and hopefully you're giving everybody a fair chance. Ebro running his mouth all day. We're not caring about your commentary or your radio show, but we got to talk about this job that you have. You're the global head of hip-hop and R&B. You're the global head of hip-hop and R&B. I always got to keep pull up, like, global head of hip-hop, Ebro. Just got to read it. Just got to read it. He effectively, like, see, if y'all do a little bit of reading, y'all wouldn't say Ak is crazy. For the past 4 years since the platform's launch, New York-based DJ or New York-based Darden has been standout DJ on the Beats One live stream service. He effectively succeeds Carl Cherry at Apple Music. Let me give you the game, people. When y'all talking about power, stop thinking it's the people with a loud mouth like me. Let me tell you how the musical chairs worked. If y'all care about streams and all that type of shit, we had Tunji, who was at Spotify first. He's the one who came up with Rap Caviar. When Leor decided, and think about it, Leor Cohen, who's ran labels for years, he ran 300 records when he used to show up to interviews with Thug. He's been one of the top executives in the music business for years. When he decided, and I could Google it now, he decided to go to YouTube Music. Leor Cohen, YouTube Music. That should have told you something. The executives are realizing, hold on, higher. Let me see if I can find it. When they hire, they want me to pay for this. When they hire, when an executive leaves to go run basically the music algorithm, that's all he's doing. He's running the music algorithm at YouTube, Leor Cohen. When he left to do that, you should probably realize that he, even an old nigga, is realizing that controlling the algorithms, controlling where the streams come from, is more powerful than even signing the fucking artist. Because no matter who you sign, they're on a ticking time clock. Even if the streets fuck with them, they got a big audience. Because you could drain them slowly. And if anybody you fuck with, you could build them fast. So he left. He brought Tunji with him. Tunji's at Tunji's at YouTube programming their whole thing. How do I know this? By the way, I ain't giving away too much of the conversation. Me and Tunji talk. When YoungBoy fans was mad at YouTube, Tunji called me and said, bro, I think your Instagram post is making a lot of YoungBoy fans get really mad at motherfucking YouTube. And YouTube had some situation, like some really serious situation where people came in and did some shit at their office, their global office, and people are concerned. You know what I mean? Like, again, a lot of y'all YoungBoy fans be trolling and saying a lot of shit. You're tweeting at Google, my nigga. Like, they're not about to like just be like, they don't even know what a YoungBoy fan is. You know what I mean? So, I talked to them for a bit, but this is how the musical chairs works, right? So he leaves Spotify. He goes to YouTube. Okay. Then Carl Cherry, who started at Apple Music, or not started, but like he was at Apple Music. He left Apple. He goes to Spotify. Apple Music now has a vacancy. Who goes to Apple Music? Ebro. Ebro was already doing a show there, but they gave him the algorithm controlling job. So now, niggas, y'all know everybody who you need to get mad at. So anyway, that's what's really happening. In his new role, Ebro will manage a team of hip-hop and R&B editors. Remember, you said, oh, my team does that. I don't make no playlist. That's like the manager of McDonald's saying they can't control if your fries has salt on them or if your burger gets made with cheese, because no, that's a different team that makes, nigga, you're the manager, nigga. You the manager of all these niggas. You should be able to make sure what the fuck goes on in here. He's managing a team of editors as they built out editorial plans for artists, albums, and song release. Apple Music is the biggest streaming platform nationally in the US. Spotify's bigger in the world. But in the US, Apple Music matters. Okay? Now I'm the only one that's going to call him out. By the way, let me go back to this thing. I think it's interesting timing that Meek Mill tweets this out. Meek Mill is going to be in the same position soon. Meek Mill has realized over. Remember when Meek was like, he ain't know this many people was betting against him? Meek didn't realize some of the relationships that maybe he didn't care about when he was one of the hottest artists in the game. They have came back. You know the talk is over Atlantic? They say, oh, they did that nigga Meek dirty. That's the talk. They said they did that nigga Meek dirty. I said, what you mean they did that nigga Meek dirty? It was just like, yo, they just gave up on him. They didn't give a fuck. Yeah, they spending some budget trying to make it look like, yo, yeah, album, whatever, but they were done with him. I said, oh. No, I think Meek is agreeing with this because Meek is realizing this industry, it's not all about whether it's hot or not. I've seen everybody keep arguing like these little straw man points. No, it's the baby not making good music. Nah, his shit sucks. We tired of the same song. You know how many artists make the same song over and over? Here's the thing. You don't go from nearly 150 to 16. The baby's getting outsold by a nigga named Lucky. Come on, bro. The industry and the real niggas who run the industry, you usually don't name the. And by the way, even when I name Ebro ain't the head of the snake. Ebro ain't the head of the snake. Don't get it wrong. Not because I mentioned Ebro's name. He's not the head of the snake. I'm just trying to show you what this industry is. The baby has crossed the line. And unless he gets some serious repenting in, it's going to be a long road back. The way how they talk about Meek, it's like Meek has burned a lot of bridges or I don't know if it's disrespected or whatever. Like, there isn't much soft hearts or sympathy for Meek. Hence, we're going to see how it plays out with him. That's why I'm telling you, that's the reason why he's acknowledging this. Now, Boosie just independent. So Boosie always supported the baby. So he's like, this does look crazy. Look, see, people say the dumbest shit. Oh, people ain't buying album, we just streaming. Even when he sold 150, nobody really bought it. They just streamed it. I'm trying to tell y'all, man. And the reason why I keep saying that I don't want to be tied to the baby. Pause. When I mean I don't want to be tied to him, don't make this, Ak is only talking about the baby thing. You know why? Because when Meek Mill drops, it's going to be a hell of a story too. Meek Mill without Atlantic, the way how I hear some of these people are talking about him don't look like they're about to give him no type of favors. Now, you as a fan might think, they're going to give Meek the same type of respect and placements or whatever like they always got. We'll watch and see. Okay. Meek, I thought I was honorable of you speaking up, but I think you also see what's to come. The industry is the industry, brother. All right. What are we talking about, people? Oh, boy. Yo, is anybody in Florida, man? I feel so bad for the people in Florida. I've been watching some videos and they look absolutely terrible. See if I can pull some of them up. Have y'all seen this shit? Look at this. There's apparently waters in the street of like, I believe this is Fort Myers. Ridiculous. Like I was watching one with the weatherman. These weathermen on some different type of timing. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Where is it at? These weathermen was on some different type of timing. Hold on. I gotta go to this page. I think Baller Alert had it. So I said Charleston White dissed me? What'd he say? I love Charleston White. This ain't really.
Wait. Look at this. Look at this shit. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Is that a fucking alligator?
I'm not evacuating. Fuck that shit. What the fuck? Look at this. Look at this. Get the fuck out of here. I'm going back to New York. Fuck this shit.
What the hell? Are these real? Look at this shit. Oh, there's no audio on this? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Say it ain't so.
I just want to say, if you've ever floated in a floaty pool in your own living room with your refrigerator.
Yo, I was looking for a crib in Florida, and this just made me like rethink. I'm like, yo, because I was just gonna buy like a house, and I'm like, nah, nigga, you might just want to just be on like the 30th floor of like one of these like big ass buildings in a condo, my nigga. Like this don't look too fun.
Your door. If you can see me now, I'm alive. Still floating in water.
Someone come help.
Someone needs to come help.
Why did she evacuate? Look at this shit. Nah, that looks ridiculous. Look at this fool right here. Yo, this motherfucker is swimming in sewer water. This is crazy.
Oh my god.
Nigga, this is how you catch like some disease like SARS, nigga. Like, how the fuck are you swimming? Like, nigga, this is sewer water, chemicals, like all type of like fucking just feces and shit.
Oh my god.
Damn, this is the fire truck. This shit broke down. Apparently this is Naples. So Naples and Fort Myers, I heard they got it the worst.
We ask you guys to stay off the road. We're not kidding.
So, and this is why I think this was kind of like interesting. So apparently, if y'all know the story of Florida, apparently like, I think like 1/5 of Florida is like below sea level, kinda. Or it was like, you know, apparently water is rising like as the years go by. And technically, if they didn't have man-made structures like built, Florida, like a third of Florida would already be underwater. So when it comes to like a huge storm, it's easily gonna get flooded and all these other things because Florida, honestly, is supposed to really be underwater. Somebody said in South Africa and they're dealing with super hot temperatures. I always feel like there's extremes going on in the world. Like somebody's getting extreme heat and then somebody's getting extreme cold. Somebody's in like a drought and like there's a famine, and then somebody else is like a fucking like, you know, nonstop rain.
Please know that everyone here is safe. We are all okay. It's just our building and our property.
This is crazy.
Yeah, that is the Lee County Sheriff's mobile trailer actually floating down the avenue. Congrats, guys. Really good job of keeping it secure. It's floating past the hotels. Yeah, that is...
God damn, this is crazy. Has anyone here like been in or like, you know, like lived through like an actual hurricane? I felt like I did when I was really young. There's a hurricane called Gilbert. Actually, was I alive then? I don't even know. That's what my grandma used to talk about. It's like Hurricane Gilbert was so bad, and I'm like, what did it do? Let me see when that came out. Hurricane Gilbert. Oh no, I wasn't alive then. It's 88, but apparently like it just fucked everything up. I've never really lived the biggest hurricane I lived through, which by the way, I lived in Jamaica for like 10 years, right? So the biggest hurricane I lived through, I experienced over here. And it was, it wasn't Katrina. What was the one after? Was it called Sandy or some shit? No, it was called Ivan? Let me see. Hurricane, I think it was Sandy, dog. I think it was Sandy. Yeah. That's how I realized, like, yo, you know, Northeast states are so ill-equipped for, like, hurricanes, just like how Southern states are ill-equipped for, like, snow. Just horrible. Nah, it was Sandy. It was Sandy. Jesus Christ. This is bad. Wow. Anything else? What is this? Oh, so apparently this is like Tampa Bay, right? This is where like, this is supposed to be all water, but before the storm, the water disappeared. So like, I guess I don't know what the fuck happened. Like, I'm not like a meteorologist or like some type of weather person. But I guess when the storm is kind of out to sea, it kind of sucks in the water. Or like, you know, because of all the shit that's happening, like the water kind of like recedes and then it comes back in like storm surges when the storm passes or some shit like that. But this is supposed to be straight water. And you're seeing grass here. This is like seaweed. Like this is actually underneath the fucking, this is supposed to be at the bottom of like the water. Damn.
And we've got a lot of wind right here. Randy, Take a look at what's going on. You guys were just talking about storm surge. For most people, that feels like a flood. This is storm surge. This is the ocean coming into Naples. There is no delineation anymore between the Gulf of Mexico and Naples at this point. There used to be a few hundred feet of beach over there. It's not there. We were just talking about roadways becoming waterways. That's exactly what we're looking at over here. There were cars nicely parked along.
Somebody says, Ak, would you rather be in a hurricane in Florida or a tornado in Kansas? I've never seen a tornado. A tornado scares the shit out of me. Let's look up a tornado. A tornado. Like, when I see a tornado, I think that you could get, like, thrown, like, 1,000,000 feet in the air. Look. Look at this. Like, in this thing right here, if you're in it, right? Do you get just flung into the air, into the atmosphere? God damn. The crazy part about it, every house in its path, as soon as, like, it is, I feel like, and I'm going to sound mad, I feel like a tornado is almost like a concentrated hurricane where everything is doing is within that one whirlwind, while the hurricane, it's a huge whirlwind and there's a lot of stuff going on in it. You get me? Because this shit is destroying everything in a matter of seconds. God damn. Oh, this nigga pussy. Like, he stopped recording. Come on, man. Jeez. Yo, this shit be moving hella fast. Sorry, y'all. God damn. This looks crazy. This nigga is a G. How is this nigga just casually... Look at this guy right here. Casually just walking past. Nigga, if I see some shit like this, nigga, I'm assuming this is on some motherfucking, like, Independence Day shit, nigga. Only thing coming down through that fucking little cyclone-looking shit, nigga, is some aliens, nigga. I am running, nigga. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. Does anybody who's probably still in school and, like, really smart know why? There's never no fucking tornado, like, on the Northeast, right? Like, there's, like, I always hear about tornadoes in, like, Kansas or some dumb shit like that. Like, it's, like, tornadoes are, like, some Midwest shit. Why don't tornadoes pop up in other places? Like, why don't it pop up? Is it because, like, the temperature and shit like that? Like, why is it? Or is it because it needs a lot of, it can't be, I don't know what it is. Boom says, nigga, I'm in Florida. We good. We might have to do a wellness check with Boom right now. Hold on. Give me a second. Damn, can I get on Discord, bro? I got to get Discord back on this computer, dog. Boom is right in the path of the hurricane. Yeah, I don't know, man. Shit, Boom. We gotta use another talk. Do I have a burner account for this shit? Whatever. Anyway, everybody say, yo, y'all cooling in where? Orlando is good, just no power. Shit, you know what it means when there's no power, nigga. Get to looting, bro. You gotta get to looting. No, I'm playing. Do not do that. All right, anyway.
And we've got a lot of...
Anyway, what else been going on? Oh, shit. Oh, I don't have it on my page. Where can I find it? Give me 1 second. All right. Anyway, I don't know if you guys have watched this new thing, yo. It's on Netflix. I've been watching it, and really, it's women who are getting me to watch this bullshit. You know what I mean? Women always have some fucking show on Netflix. Anyway, there's some shit called Jeffrey Dahmer. Okay, there's some dude. He was this crazy serial killer. They did a series about him on Netflix, And right now it's the most watched thing. By the way, interestingly enough, the biggest genre in the world in entertainment is true crime. So even on podcasts, I remember like I was even talking to Spotify. I'm like, yo, there's like I always want to be in the top 100, when it comes to podcasts, but it'd be like, yo, 80 true crime podcasts that's hogging the fucking thing up, and they're like, yo, everybody loves true crime. And somebody told me, they were like, yo, you know who watches true crime or listens to true crime more than anybody else? Women. You feel me? And actually, I think it was Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate had a joke. They're like, yo, you know why women love motherfucking true crime? Women love motherfucking drama. Okay? That's just what it is. Anyway, they dropped this fucking series. It's kind of dark. This guy's basically fucking all type of, young black men, killing them, mutilating and eating their fucking organs and raping them after they've died. And it's kind of it's shocking, but it's it's really good acting in the shit. I ain't gonna lie, because you almost, it brings up a lot of feelings of hate and disgust just by watching it. And the actor in the series does a really good job. Anyway, Boosie doesn't feel the same. He feels we should boycott this shit, and this is what he said.
Us as blacks, we need to ban this Jeffrey Dahmer movie. This is some sick shit. What he did to our race. This is some sick shit. We need to boycott this damn movie off Netflix. This is sick. This is sick. The victim family should be getting paid off every dollar Netflix made. This is fucking sick. We need to ban this Jeffrey Dahmer movie. This is some sick shit. Us as blacks, we need to ban this Jeffrey Dahmer movie. This is some...
Okay. Alrighty then. Truthfully, I don't know how I feel about this. Because again, when you think about this Jeffrey Dahmer shit, right? Hold on, give me 1 second. When you think about this shit, people love this type of sick, demented shit, and then it made me think about content as a whole. It's kind of like the Tinder swindler. By focusing so much on the Tinder swindler, it essentially made that nigga more popular. It actually didn't help the victims. And if anything, it just trivialized their issues and people just laughed at them. You know what I mean? So sometimes when you make these shows or documentaries, or it's almost like a biopic series or whatever you might call it, not only do you open it up to give this dude who's a horrible person sympathizers, but you also open up the wounds of people and the families of the people who lost people. You get what I mean? And for that, I kind of understand, but I don't know if just because this is so graphic and we don't obviously agree with, it feels predatorial in the sense that clearly this nigga was only trying to fuck black dudes. Let's keep it real. I don't know if we got to just draw the line here, because we allow a lot of other shit that has had very negative histories or very negative connotations when we think about, crime and violence. We depict those things like shit. How long we've been depicting a lot of the slavery shit? So it took so long for us to get some shit like Django or some shit like that. You know what I mean? It's always kind of been, yo, y'all should watch what really happened. But this time around, when Boosie's saying it, it feels different. And I'm going to be honest with you, it feels different because this nigga was sick. He had an obsession with flesh and these really morbid things, and even the worst of the worst people, we can't even understand how that could be. So I think that's why Boosie's saying it. But I can't just say just because most of his targets were black men, we should just boycott it, because this was actually what happened. You know what I mean? To tell this story any other way would not be actually telling the real story. he does bring up a good point though. When you make this documentary, should there, like, for example, the life rights of an individual, like if you're gonna make a movie, like American Gangster had to do a deal with Frank Lucas for his life rights to make that movie, right? Obviously, Jeffrey Dahmer, who's dead, and I don't know how that goes. I don't think they're paying him. Well, obviously not him. He's dead. He's dead. I think he's dead. Is he dead? I don't know. I don't think they're paying his estate or nothing like that. But should they allocate some of the money, or should most of the profits or proceeds go towards the victims? Because the victims are the only people who really probably never got any type of restitution out of this shit. You know what I mean? This guy, he was a sick, demented fuck who did what he did, and he was cool to get locked up, and whatever happened to him happened. But what happened to the victims? So if we're going to talk about the story, should they get a piece of what Netflix is making? I just seen a stat. It said Netflix, look, Netflix Dahmer hours. Apparently they said it's been watched like for the most hours. Like, look, it's, hold on, fuck. Dahmer just had Netflix's biggest series debut on record. More than Narcos, more than Money Heist, anything. It gave the service the most watched week one for a new series record, including even Squid Games. You get what I mean? And, damn, when you think about that, any amount of money, and, you know, clearly Netflix is a subscription service. So really, they're just trying to like please their audience. Should people like, should there be some money allocated to the victims? I don't know. Somebody said, how did it beat, how did it beat Squid Games? I think that's only the debut. So Squid Games, let me see. Yeah, Squid Game season 1 in the third week of available. So the most any season or anything has ever streamed in a week was Squid Game season 1 in its third week. So it took 3 weeks of people talking about it to then everybody watched it. Then week 2 was a second. Then, what is this? Squid Game season 1. Yeah, this is probably week, I don't know, like probably like 4 or 5. Yeah, and then Stranger Things is in third. Yeah. So basically, they're talking about the debut. So basically, this shit was a hit from it dropped. That's crazy though. Watching it, and I don't know, like, you know, I gotta get into like some of the research of this whole thing. This shit is triggering a little bit because like the black lady that, I don't want to spoiler alert by the way. The black lady that lived next to this nigga who kept smelling all these wild scents kept calling the cops like over 10 times, like, yo, y'all gotta go check this motherfucker out who lived next to me. I keep hearing screaming. Shit smelled crazy. Like, yo, could y'all go check it out? And pretty much they wouldn't do shit. Even when she was just like, yo, I think that's an underage boy. Like, yo, could y'all just like go figure out what's going on with it? I think this nigga's doing some weird shit. They would just be like, yo, you need to chill. That's his boyfriend. Maybe you're homophobic. Like, they were using things against her. Like, you could tell. And I remember kind of, I just had a casual conversation about it. I haven't done much research. I said, how is this allowed to happen? And apparently, Jeffrey Dahmer moved into a community that was used to having lower income African Americans or crackheads. So he was, to the cops, he was the only normal person there, which is weird. They looked at him to be like, yo, you're a white dude. You look kind of sane. You don't look like you're on no type of like drugs like that. You're the normal guy out of everybody here. Everybody else is black and broke, or they're a crackhead. So when they would basically trying to tell on this guy, he would talk to the cops, and the cops would be like, yeah, we believe you. Like, fuck them, which is ridiculous. Nah, this shit is definitely triggering because, like, I was just watching an episode last night where he was trying to get his neighbor to eat, like, he brought a sandwich. And you know that sandwich probably got somebody's heart in it or some shit like weird ass shit, nigga. And he's like, eat the sandwich. And the black chick was just like, nah, I ain't about to eat that shit. Like, nah, I'm good. And it was just mad trigger how scared she was. I don't know. I still think that happens in the United States now. Like, I remember back in college, there was some situation that happened. I forgot what it was. And I was like fucking with a white girl at that time. And I remember, like, even she knew it. Like, she knew her privilege. She was just like, yo, let me deal with the police. Because, like, if you deal with the police... I'll tell you this. It was this white girl I was fucking. Like, I ain't gonna lie. She was a freak. Anyway, she was fucking with some other guy. She's one of them white girls who only like black niggas. So the black guy beat her up, allegedly, supposedly, right? That's what she said. Anyway, we were, like, around... I had graduated from college at that time, so I just like, but I was on campus, and she was like, yo, this nigga beat my ass, blah, blah. It was some dude who she moved in, and I remember, like, when I used to deal with her, I kind of moved into her apartment, too, so I was like, whatever. So, but also, she was one of them white girls who used to put hands on people, so I don't know, but when she said, yo, somebody put hands on her and abused her, you know, I'm going to be very sympathetic to that type of shit, so okay, cool. I go over there, this and third, nigga got the Jordan collection, got his Xbox up in that bitch, this and third. And I remember we seen a dude, and you know what I mean? Like, obviously, I ain't trying to be on some sim shit, on some like, yo, let's fight for the girl. But we was just like, yo, bro, we cool with Shorty, and like, she calling like you beating her up, bro. Like, yo, you gotta, like, she wants you to leave, just dip, my nigga. Like, and I remember saying to the guy, just like, yo, bro, I don't know what y'all got going on, but she is white. Like, she's saying that you're abusive to her. She's about to call the cops. You should probably just dip. And I remember the nigga was just like, nigga, I ain't dipping. Nigga, I got my Xbox up there. Whatever. He got locked up, by the way. Stupid ass nigga. He should have left. He was just like, nah, man. It's like, yo, if she want me to leave, she got to give me all my clothes back that's up there. I'm like, bro, she's white. She's finna call the cops. Anyway, we did kind of convince him to leave, but it was too late because she already called the cops. The cops caught him while he was walking out the building, so they caught him. When the cops came up to the room, because me and my guy is up there, right? Bro, when they bust, like when she opened the door, nigga, they rushed us. They had us laying down on our chest, guns to our head, because they're thinking, they still don't know what's what, because she gave the description, yo, I got a boyfriend, he beat my ass, this and third, blah, blah. So they detained the nigga downstairs, which he's dumb for not leaving. But we're in the apartment with her because we just trying to, like, we homies. We trying to make sure she good. All they knew was that it's a black nigga, bro. They got guns to our head. We like, nigga, we here to help her. Nigga, they brought her to another room. Yo, they wouldn't even, like, she was like, no, it's not them. Like, they wouldn't even listen to her. They were like, no, come here. They brought her to another room. They talked for like 10 minutes. It was like, you sure it's not these niggas? Like, we'll kill them right now for you. That's what I'm getting in the conversation. We'll smoke them right now for you. We know these niggas shouldn't be fucking with a white girl like you now. And I just remember, I remember thinking, I'm like, damn, how do you get in this position from being a good guy? And then I realized, I said, nigga, bro, you're black. That's just what it is. So what happened was Shorty loved niggas, and she loved acting like, she even talked slang. She acted like she was black. She acted like she was black until the day she called the cops. Nigga, I'm telling you, I've never seen such a thing. Nigga, she was talking to them in like a secret code, nigga. No, yo, like, you know when white girls trying to like be down with the crew and they'll throw Ebonics in and they'll be like, yeah, yo, y'all ain't like no ain'ts, no y'alls. Nigga, she talked to that nigga in 100% Caucasian speak, nigga. Like, nothing that looked like she dealt with niggas. Like, nigga, she used to be wearing certain shit because she be twerking in, like, the parties that I used to throw. Nigga, the white girl came out of her. Immediately, I said, damn. You know what the crazy part is? This shit still exists. And I'm bringing this up now when it comes to that. This shit still exists. Bro, when the police pull up and they look around, they're usually going to look at your phenotype. How do you look? It's a black lady calling a cop. on a white dude with like almost half blonde hair or whatever, nah, nigga, we not about to listen to you. You probably a crackhead. You a hater. So I understand that type of shit. That shit is triggering though. That shit is definitely. Somebody said Jeffrey Dahmer would lure Ack in with some McDonald's. Yo, y'all think so lowly of me, man. I don't even know why I fuck with y'all like this, man. Y'all really think that. Yo, I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. I'm a big nose person. Like, pause. Yo, tell me if y'all like me. If I, by the way, I don't eat fish at all. If it doesn't smell good, it doesn't taste good. I would never taste nothing that don't smell good. My nose is the first test that if it don't pass, I will not fuck with. Bro, this nigga was killing mad niggas in his crib. Using acid, mutilating them, using power tools to cut they. Bro, could you imagine the stench, bro? He kept saying it was old meat, but bro, that shit probably had, that shit had to smell ridiculous. If you think that I would walk, nigga, I could be hungry on the verge of starvation. You think I would walk into his crib to eat nothing? I am good, bro. And another thing that kept pissing me off, I know I'm giving mad spoilers. I'm watching this motherfucking thing. I'm like, yo, bro, is this nigga that strong? How everybody, one of these niggas, like, he looked like he might like he lift or something. How you let this nigga like really be bodying y'all like that? Because in reality, he's bodying them, bro. Like, he's bodying these niggas. He had a little knife at a couple times. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, y'all niggas can't, none of y'all niggas know how to wrestle. Like, nigga, put that nigga in like, yo, come on, put that nigga in a crippler's crossface or something, nigga. Like, what's up? Bro, the nigga was, the craziest part too, but I know the show is just like hyping everything up. Bro, how come he's fighting with niggas every night and killing them? He never had a scratch on his face, bro. Even if somebody grab you and start choking you out, nigga, you gonna go for their face, their eyes, nigga, you scratching, nigga. They gonna have some scratches on them, bro. Like, that nigga never had no scratches, never had no wounds, no marks. That nigga always look cool, bro. I'm like, yo, what's going on with this shit, man? Bro, I ain't gonna lie, this shit kind of triggering, bro. I'm gonna do the real research on, like, how the shit really went down, cause this Netflix shit really got me thinking, like, yo, these niggas was pussy. I ain't gonna lie. He drilled their head and gave him drugs. Yo, I seen this little meme recently. They were like, yo, it was like Jeffrey Dahmer, if he came in like these days, niggas take so much drugs, he would probably be trying to drug the nigga, and the nigga be like, damn, this shit hitting. What you give me, nigga? Give me some more. Like, yeah, niggas ain't passing out just off of, some little bullshit. I don't know if he was doing roofies or what. Nah, nigga. Like, niggas is off of beans, some whippets. Like, niggas is going crazy these days with the drugs, nigga. You got to give a nigga a concoction of motherfucking drugs to get him knocked out. You feel me? Yo, chat, did I ever tell you? I think I told y'all. Remember I told you a girl tried to drug me? Bro, she said she read it online, dog. Wait, did I ever tell y'all this? Tell me if I told you that story. I want to give y'all this story. Remember? Did I tell y'all this story? Y'all gotta like recount it to me. A chick tried to drug me. I never told y'all this? Okay, slushy, right? Okay, yeah, in a hotel, right? Okay, yeah, okay, I did tell y'all. I slushy, no? All right, yeah. I was forgetting. If I didn't tell y'all the story, I wasn't about to tell y'all now. Or just because, like, I'm about to get off streaming. I would definitely tell y'all. But anyway, yo, the bitch says she read online that if you trying to, like, I ain't trying to just say what the thing was, but I guess I'm going to say it. She said if you trying to get a nigga to knock out, they say you got to put eye drops in, like, whatever, in a drink. Like, that's supposed to knock a nigga out. So I remember, like, I'm a drinker. I always drink. But I remember this shorty, she's like, yo, she's pouring extra shots. You feel me? And I remember I went to the bathroom real quick. She like, yo, I got a shot for us. Let's go. Apparently, this is what she said after. She said, I was pouring eye drops in the bitch. And she was like, yo, when you pour Visine or whatever, I can't remember what the thing was. She's like, when you do it, that nigga's supposed to pass out. Nigga, I'm a Henny demon, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. that fucking whatever she was putting in that drink to spike it, nigga, was only making that shit better. Nigga, I was alert as a motherfucker, nigga. She must have thought she was dealing with a lightweight, nigga, a real rat. You feel me? Like, nigga, once I start getting into the pussy, nigga, she even admitted, like, I ain't trying to, like, expose her, but she admitted, like, she was like, damn. She said at one point, she asked the nigga, like, how long this shit's supposed to work? How long does it take to work? Nigga, she trying to drug a nigga. All that shit did was turn a nigga up. Like, nigga, I drink Henny for sport. So apparently, you're supposed to, like, pass out. So she was waiting for a nigga to just be like, and of course, after you bust that nut, supposed to, but I kind of didn't knew something was up because I'm beating it up 15 minutes in. What the fuck? Is that blood? It was blood. Shorty was on her period. Why she want to fuck so bad if she knew her period was about to come? It was all a plan. Crazy, man. Crazy. I ain't gonna lie. She should have knew that plan wasn't gonna work. Went after the first cup of Henny. You know how I get it in. You drinking with a nigga that gargled the Henny? Time out. Go figure something else out, nigga. I'm gargling that bitch. I'm gargling that bitch. That's how it go, man. That's how it go. Somebody said I ran a red light. I guess I did, but I didn't know I did. So, cause I'm fucking, and I only noticed afterwards. I'm like, yo, she bleeding. And then I was like, yo, why you was so thirsty to link me today? If you on your reds, like you was about to get on your period. Like, what's up with you? I guess I realized the niggas was setting her up. Like, yo, bro, you gotta link him today. Like, we free today. Link him today. She was thirsty as hell. Yeah, nah, I be doing it. Hey, yo, chat. Yo, I hate that I gotta leave. I gotta leave, though. I got an appointment upstairs real quick. Some people coming here. Big important shit. Give me a little bit. I'm gonna see if I can get back on tonight. How long? I gave you an hour and 32 minutes. I know. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've been streaming a lot lately, chat. I've been streaming a lot. So if I don't come back tonight, I'll be back tomorrow. Feel me? If I come back tomorrow, by the way, I keep telling y'all, when I get off stream, y'all all gotta DM me. Be like, yo, Ak, you ain't told about this. Ak, you ain't told about that. You ain't react to this. You ain't react to that. Blah, blah, blah. We're gonna keep it moving like that, all right? Love y'all. I gotta run. I know the Tory Breakfast Club thing. I'm gonna give y'all one thing. Y'all wanna see Tory on Off the Record? Hey. About to have a meeting. We'll be back on in a little bit, all right? Love y'all, chat. Getting out of here.